Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor.
"93% of your life is spent indoors, but so many of our favorite moments are outdoors. Fresh air, the feeling of peace. Warmer weather is almost here, so make the most of it with Outer, the new outdoor furniture company with purposely designed furniture to get you outdoors more. Everything Outer makes has a 5-star resort look and feel for less than you would pay at a big box store. Outer makes the world's most beautiful, comfortable, innovative, and high-quality outdoor furniture, all from sustainable materials. Outers has perfected the outdoor sofas, chairs, and tables that feature stunning modular design to customize your space. Life-proof material with a nano coating that's water, mold, bleach, and stain resistant, plus UV protected. Triple memory foam cushions that are comfier than most indoor sofas. And Outer's patented built-in outer shell cover protects your furniture from rain and dew. It's the "how did no one think of this before" invention that made Shark Tank's Lori Greiner and Mr. Wonderful fight to invest in Outer. Check out Outer's stunning furniture for yourself with a virtual tour or in person at one of the thousands of neighborhood showrooms. Outer furniture comes with best-in-class warranties and a 2-week trial with free returns. See the difference for yourself at liveouter.com/C-Suite. Plus, for a limited time, get $300 off and free shipping. This is Outer's best offer anywhere. Only available to podcast listeners and only for a limited time. Get $300 off and free shipping at liveouter.com/C-Suite. That's liveouter.com/C-Suite. Terms and conditions apply.
The Daily Compliance News for April 4, 2022. The Yale is missing $40 million edition. And we begin with that story from the New York Times. As a former Yale employee, for a decade, used university funds to buy computer equipment, which she then resold on the secondary market to pay for luxury cars, real estate, vaccinations, etc. Somehow Yale never quite figured this out. And one of the key reasons was she kept her purchases under $10,000 so that she was able to avoid an additional level of review. However, in 2021, she was finally caught. Yale turned the feds on her, and now, interestingly, she wasn't found guilty or didn't plead out based upon the theft, but for income tax evasion because she didn't report the income. So if you're going to steal money from the government or steal money, you got to report it. Next up, from Reuters, surprise, surprise, U.S. investigators find evidence that Russian oligarchs are trying to evade sanctions. The veteran prosecutors tapped the lead crypto capture task force told Reuters in an interview that oligarchs who had not yet had sanctions imposed on them were trying to evade sanctions. Really no surprise there, but it shows just how far-reaching the government's efforts are to put the finances of the Russian oligarchs under strain in a bid to pressure President Putin. It's not clear that that is helping yet or what the Russian people think about all this, but they're going after them. Next up, from the Wall Street Journal, Risk and Compliance Journal, Mingy Sun reporting, S&P Global has agreed to settle allegations it violated U.S. sanctions when it continued to extend credit to Rosneft after the Russian oil producer faced debt and equity restrictions beginning in 2014, the Treasury Department said. The fine was relatively small, only $78,500. Nevertheless, significance around the prosecution of S&P Global, a New York-based provider of financial and business analytics who were billing Rosneft. And finally, our last story comes to us from the Religious News Service, a first-time contributor to the Daily Compliance News. Pope Francis has publicly backed Catholic and lay anti-corruption efforts in Malta. The Pope began his weekend visit to Malta with a message of welcome to migrants and a plea to end the war in the Ukraine, and then went on to talk about honesty, justice, and duty and transparency are essential pillars of a civil society. So it's good to see the Pope getting behind the worldwide fight against corruption. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.